Welcome back to Clean with Kate, and today I'm going into my conservatory because, as you can see, it needs a lot of work at the moment. It's been really hot here in the UK, and there's lots of deadheading to do. There's lots of things on the floor. Everything needs a water. Oh my goodness, where do I start? Anyway, oh my goodness, I've got a lot of watering cans as well, as you can see. So they need filling. Anyway, I've got a helper in here tonight. My husband's going to give me a bit of hand. I've got a timer, and we're going to spend 15 minutes, the two of us, on the conservatory. So let's get going. There's no time to waste because there's a lot to do. Anyway, I think we're going to start. The first thing we're going to do is deadhead, because if we water first and then deadhead, we'll make a hell of a mess. And then we'll walk in it, and we need to sweep the floor. There's just so much to do. But let's start with deadheading.
These will drop terribly when you start deadheading.
Well, it's going to make a mess. I think we also need to remove all the things that are in here of my husband's that don't actually belong in here. So I'm going to start by removing these things that he's been repairing the conservatory with. So I'm just going to pop them through into my dining room, just temporarily, out of the way. And then I'm going to start with this table. So I've got some old plates here. Oh, come back with that. So I'm just going to give them a shake there. I use these old plates under things, but actually they could do with a wash. So just going to tidy up. Start by tidying up. I'm just going to actually sweep this stuff off the table. Really, only one plant should be on the table, so let's just stop moving things around. The problem is, I think we've just got too many plants. Where to move them to is the challenge. So this one, I think it's been in the conservatory for a little bit, but I think it's too hot in there for it, so I'm moving it out. Okay, all right, I'm going to get my secateurs and I'm going to join him deadheading, because there's a lot of deadheading to do. So if we get in and deadhead these flowers, it reduces the amount of stuff that gets dropped on the floor. Ideally, I would have done it before it got to this stage, but it's just been a busy week. So better late than never. This is an unheated conservatory. So it gets very hot in summer and it gets very cold in winter. But the geraniums are really tough and they do seem to be able to cope. But it is an absolutely lovely room to have in the house. It's like having an indoor garden. And also an added bonus is it actually heats the house up. So I'm just taking the dead heads off this one. It'll just prolong the flowering period. It just tidies up the plant. I'm taking some of them off before they're really completely dead, but I'm just trying to have a really good declutter. We've also got some tomato plants in here, and we've been growing tomatoes, but for some reason this one, I think we might have actually overwatered it because it's looking really unhealthy. So I'm going to take the dead leaves off it. I think that might be overwatering. I think it did dry out. Sorry about that, you can't actually see, can you? I think it dried out and then I overcompensated. Right, I'm just going to move all the watering cans over here, out the way. There's a pot of paint in here. I have no idea why there's a pot of paint in here. Why is there a pot of paint in here?
If you look at the door, it's got paint on it.
My husband's been repainting the door. Okay, I think I should go out of here as well. I don't think it's going to be good for the paint in here because it's been really hot this week. And generally, I don't think paint likes that when it's in the pot, does it?
No,
So we're probably going to have ruined our pot of paint. Hopefully not. Hopefully it'll survive. Anyway, let's just keep going with this. Oh my goodness. Even though we're doing this in the evening because it's been a really hot day, this is the first time really we've been able to get out here. And some of these plants are really struggling with the heat and they've dried out.
Open the door.
I think open the door. Oh my goodness, it's still really hot in here. I'm just giving this quite a radical tidy up. I think we are going to need to give that a good water as well. So you need to be quite radical if you're tidying up your pot plants. Sometimes some of them, if they're really looking dead, well, some of the ones in here are, you just need to let them go. Oh, but this one, I love this one, so I'm not going to let this one go. I'm just going to tidy it up. Let's take that off. Right, oh my goodness, how am I going to get to the back? There's a lot to do in here. There's so much to do. Feeling a bit overwhelmed. It's good. I wonder if I should put some nice music on. If I was doing this without you, I would probably put something interesting to listen to or some nice music, just something to give me a bit of extra energy. Well, yeah, How much? Oh, God, I've been going for 4 minutes. Okay. I think it's because of the heat, because it's so hot in here. Hello, Ted. So I've got a little helper. I'm finding it much harder, and also we've just eaten dinner, which means I've got quite a full stomach. What we've decided to do is we decided to do this, and then we get to have our pudding. And we're literally, because it's so hot, we're only going to do this for 15 minutes. You'd be glad to hear. Right, I need to get some of these plants out from the back. Oh, these are really need a good deadheading, don't they? How are we getting on, dear, on that side? Well, at this rate, I'm not sure we're going to get to what's it called, brush up. But it would be really nice to brush the floor because it would really tidy the space up.
So many petals down there.
It's so messy in here.
Hot fury.
Everything's been so dry. Right, here's another one I need to do. This is a Victorian conservatory it was here when we bought the house. It's been here a long time, which is why it's not heated but it is a really nice thing to have. It's more like a greenhouse really than a conservatory. And actually it's not often that we sit in it. Sometimes in spring, the best times are spring and autumn, because then it's just about the right temperature, and you can come and sit in here when it's nice and tidy and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, which is lovely.
Next doors, you get the lovely view from the rest of the house, don't you?
But one of the things I love about it is, yes, when you walk past, you see the beautiful view of the conservatory. Whoops! And the flowers were tripping over each other. Can you get out of my way, please? Thank you. Well, we need to get that row up there. Have you seen how there's a lot of dead heads there? I can't reach the top shelf, so I do need him to help me. He usually does the top shelf, and he does the watering. I water the lower shelves, and he waters the upper shelves. So it's a team. Actually, it's looking a fair bit better. There's quite a lot of dead leaves because they have dried out. Oh no, I've lost the plant, I think. Oh, that's not looking good, is it?
Yeah, that's had it.
Do you think it's had it?
Resuscitate that.
I really like these.
You've had much fun with those this year, have you? The little
I lost them last year as well. Please see if we can resuscitate it, because I really like it. I think it just got forgotten and didn't get watered. The furniture in here, these are Lloyd looms. They're really robust sort of conservatory furniture. These are all antique Lloyd looms that I've bought either from antique centres or auction. But they cope really well in here with these sort of extreme temperatures, where wooden furniture just wouldn't cope at all, because it gets quite damp as well. The roof leaks, so the Lloyd looms just seem to cope with it. Holly, I think this needs to go outside actually and have a shake. Oh, can you take that one outside and just shake it off on the grass?
Yep.
It's a really nice scented plant, but it's just lost so many leaves, and it's going to make such a mess if we do it inside. So I think that's the worst of that one done. There's a few dead leaves still. Let's pop it back on the shelf. Let's do the next one. The geraniums definitely benefit from this sort of tidy up. They look so much better after you've finished. If we were really on it with our watering, we maybe wouldn't have had to do this. But I think we've just not been completely on it with our watering, and it has been incredibly hot. And the danger is that you underwater or you overwater. As I've overwatered the tomato plants, definitely. I think. May have underwatered them as well. It's quite difficult to get it right. Alright, I've got another plant for you to shake outside. Oh, golly, that's a heavy one. Can you take... Whoa, I've knocked a plant over. This is a problem. We have so many plants, it's very easy to just knock one off the shelf. Let me just pick this one up. Oh, poor thing. Actually, it's not very well in that pot. Or maybe it was. It isn't now. I think we need to take a bit of time and pop that back in its pot. It's in a very, very gritty soil mixture. Sorry about this. quickly get my poor plant. I might actually delegate that, but it's so dry in there. No wonder it's not staying in. It's absolutely bone dry. Whew. Where am we going to take you?
Have you got room to take this one back here?
Yes.
Or do you want to prune
Yes.
it right back?
No, I have, but this plant, they're so dry, these plants. They really do need watering. This one is absolutely, I mean, literally, incredible. It's still alive. Yeah. I think that when the weather's like this, we probably need to water every day, don't we? Put you in there. Look at you. Just worried it's such a big plant and it's not bedded well into its pot. And the pot's so dry, it's just falling over. I think I need to get some water into this. Oh, the scent in here is fantastic. Some of these geraniums have scented leaves. These ones with the small flowers.
That big one's almost minty.
I would say it's more lemony.
That one's gorgeous lemon, the tall one.
Oh no, can you come and clean up here? Because I'm getting...
That's almost peppermint.
I've got my nice clean trainers on. I'm going to get out of the way while he brushes up. I've managed to spill soil all over the floor. I've walked in it in my nice trainers, my house trainers. So I think I'll let my husband demonstrate brushing the conservatory floor, which is a job that I normally do. But I've kind of lost the plot now that I've spilt all that soil all over the floor. I've made it worse. Let's pick the rubbish up. Oh, I can go in my little basket. And let's get that out of the way. That needs a wash. I'll put that in my washing pile. Anyway, here. So what we do first, I think we're going to spend 5 minutes now. We've already got a few more minutes, 3 more minutes. Let's do some brushing up. So Mike is going to demonstrate here. The first thing we do is brush the conservatory floor to get the worst of the dirt up. As you can see, there's lots of leaves, soil, flower petals, lots of mess. So we go around the conservatory, giving it a good brush. There's loads over here that we need to do. And there's some plants under here, some paper whites that are sort of going into their hibernation mode. Some plant food here, some tomato food. Let's put that out of the way. Oh, this needs to go back up. So, where did you get that one from?
I think it's on that plate in the second
Oh, okay. I need to put that back on there. I don't think it's going to fit. I need to find somewhere good for this one where it's actually going to get watered. This is the challenge. Aha! Found somewhere. Oh my goodness, this watering can is so heavy. I'm going to start watering, I think, because we've only got a few minutes left. I think you and I are going to have to do an extra session in here. Our water does look a little strange because it's full of duckweed, because it's from a rainwater collection system on the outside of the conservatory. And even though we didn't put the duckweed in there, the duckweed's just appeared in there. So I'm just watering these plants in this corner. Oh, I bet they're really enjoying this. They must be so thirsty. It's literally like the Mediterranean in Norfolk today. And in this conservatory, it's just so hot. Even in the evening, when the sun's actually gone down, well, it's sort of clouded up, it's still really hot. Too hot, really, for me. Oh, I think this is actually blocking up with duckweed. Right, let's go back here. Oh, yeah, something is blocking this watering can. It's not coming out. Anyway, well, let's go back to the... he's doing a great job. Oh, it's so nice having an assistant. Oh, I think I'm going to sit down. Oh, excuse me.
You know, it doesn't have to be perfect because as soon as we water, another lot of petals are going to drop. So
Okay, let's start watering. I'm just having to sit down. I'm so tired. This is a really hard job in these temperatures. And then I'm going to get up and I'm going to do a bit more watering. Oh, only 1 minute left. Come on, let's get watering. That's a lot better than it was. It's not perfect, but it is a lot better than it was. Progress. Now I could come and have a cup of tea in here if it wasn't so hot. And I would not look at it and think, oh my goodness, it's such a mess. We haven't got under all the staging. There's still quite a bit of debris under there. But we've got the worst of it up. And then what I might do tomorrow, if we get a cool period, is I might just come in here and run the vacuum cleaner around just to get the rest of it up. If I use my Henry, Henry or Hetty, they can definitely cope with this. Well, it's going to be so thirsty, this green conservatory tonight. There's just no moisture at all left in the soil. Oh, I think the timer's going to go off soon. I love these little watering cans. They're perfect for this. They're just a nice size. I'm just going to leave my husband to do a bit more watering while I go and take the time off. Anyway, we're getting there. I'll just pan back so you can see the progress we've made. I'm going to cancel the timer. It's not perfect, we haven't finished, but it's better than it was. Now we're going to just finish our watering, and then I think we're going to have a sit down and have our pudding, and maybe settle down and watch a bit of telly and relax for the evening. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my conservatory, or our conservatory, and I hope it's inspired you to look after your houseplants. Hopefully you don't have quite as many to look after as we do. We are a little bit bonkers with this number of houseplants. It has got to the point I think we may have too many houseplants because they're kind of taking over the house. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the videos, please like, comment, feedback's always welcome. We love to hear from you. And if you're enjoying this channel, please hit subscribe. Anyway, night night.